Hey friends, and welcome to another video. This time I wanted to try something new. I planned on drawing the dogs that I saw the other day while at the dog park. By the way, I don't own a dog, I just like watching dogs at the dog park, like a normal person. And because I usually get asked if I have a sketch underneath my marker drawings, I thought, maybe this time I will have a sketch underneath. So this time I made this digital line art, printed it out on paper, and you're going to watch me color it. I hope you enjoy. For this drawing I'm using Molotow markers instead of my usual Posca markers, even though in general I prefer Posca markers because of their tips. But this time I wanted to have this specific color palette that I can't get with Posca markers. If you're wondering what I don't like about Molotow markers, they also work fine, and maybe I only use them wrongly, but they seem to get frizzy pretty soon, so they make only very broad strokes after a while. So I'm having more difficulties getting very fine lines with them. In this drawing it actually worked out pretty well, but I had this problem when I used them over a longer period of time. And Molotow and Posca markers are a great tool to work this way because of their super high coverage. In order to still be able to see important lines though, that I'm covering while painting, I had to leave them white so I'd still know roughly where everything goes. For example, the eyes of this dog, or lines for the legs or fur. I realized while editing this video that it looks a lot like painting a paint by number set. Like I said, it was just a test. I get that it's not quite as mesmerizing to watch as my freehand doodles. This was funny. When I drew these lines on the dog's feet, I realized, oh no, I don't like them. That was a mistake. So I will cover them up later when the paint is dry. I think, yeah, now, there. I'm correcting this. As I said, very high coverage. I'm putting down another layer of white on the dog's foot, and I'm also putting down another layer of this ochre color because I could still see some stroke texture that I didn't like. So I often put a second layer of a color, but not all of the colors need a second layer, it depends. Yeah, what I'm doing here is I also leave out the lines that I later want to draw in a darker color, so I can still see them even if I have colored in that dog. They don't have to be perfect, they just have to remind me of where everything goes. see there are bits of white that are still showing up, but that's not a problem. I will just correct them later with the ochre color. That way they also get I get them to be a bit thinner, the dark lines, because they were a bit heavy for my taste. Here I tried to create a bit of texture using a Posca marker, like a bit of a speckled texture. Yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier, making the lines thinner and less heavy. By the way, would you like a coloring page of this illustration? I was wondering of maybe sharing it online so you could draw your own dogs. Let me know in the comments if that's something you'd be interested in. Yeah, at this point I put outlines on the dog, which I pretty much immediately regretted, and I took them away later in the drawing, but I don't think I recorded it. With this Frenchie I also wasn't sure if the lines worked because I only have outlines there. I think I also painted over them later and left them only in certain places. Yeah, there I'm taking away the outlines again because I didn't like them. And again, I'm making the lines a little thinner. At this point, the sun went down and I drew for as long as I could, but yeah, at some point I had to call it a day and continue another day. I'm going to spare you from watching me color this background that consists of not one, not two, but 3 layers of paint, because I couldn't get rid of the stroke texture. You know, you could still see the strokes, so yeah, I put down another and another layer. Much fun. We're coming to an end now. I spent, I don't know, a few hours on this painting. I'm not quite sure if this way of working is something that I will do more of in the future. I do like that I have an original illustration that I could maybe, like, I don't know, sell or gift to someone. It was fun to work inside a clear given line art, but also less surprising to myself, because usually I like just seeing where my imagination takes me, and yeah, here everything was pretty much set in stone. What do you think? Do you like watching these videos as well, or do you prefer my freehand doodles? I hope you enjoyed this, even a bit, and hope you have a nice rest of the week and weekend ahead. Bye bye!